All right, guys. Hey, so this is Ray K, the Explainer God, and today I'm going to show you behind the scenes of how I create amazing videos. Because what I do basically is I help products and service sellers to attract ideal clients without hard selling using videos, right? So this is my offer today. I actually came up with this and got help with from amazing guy who knows this stuff. But I'm going to show you behind the scenes. If you are looking like, how do I make my videos better? How I make my videos look better so they build authority. So they don't look like, oh, just the guy just making it. Like I'm making with my phone in my bedroom, right? And I still can make people go, wow, Ray, I love your videos, amazing videos. And it's like I love communication and message, etc., etc. So how do you do that? I'm going to show you behind the scenes. Right now, I also have a group, building basically a group where I'm going to be kind of revealing and showing all the tricks and stuff I learned working with Tony Robbins, with Wolf of Wall Street, Russell Brunson, just like all the top guys in the industry, because I learned the ways that I can create something that looks amazing, but at the same time, the purpose of that was to get sale or to get conversion. So I'm going to be sharing that. All right, so let me actually jump into sharing the screen. Okay, and I'll show you. Now, here's a couple of programs. Yeah, I think I'm sharing the screen. Let me move my light out of the way. All right, so I'm using Mac, so the best program for me, actually for me to create something, is ScreenFlow, and it's the same as Camtasia on Windows. But what it basically allows you to do is allows you to take any type of video, add it here, and also record from the screen. So every time I need, for example, something from the screen, maybe I need to grab, screen. So it really helps. Also, really, really simple editing. So here's an example. I have a video, and you should be able to see it. If not, it'll be loud enough.
Lots what to do in a crisis and how to get more clients. Let me show you what I did when I got started during 2008 financial.
Okay, this is a little bit slow.
What got me from homeless.
All right, so and you can hear like this. If I just kind of isolate just the video, if I can just isolate that part. Okay, and this is really, video editing is not really hard at all. Is there is just a timeline, and it's like a playhead, and all you do, so like just alone.
Lots what to do in a crisis and how to get more clients. Let me show you what I did when I got started during 2008 financial crisis. What got me from homeless after quitting.
Okay, so I'm going to show you basically three things I'm doing always with the video when I do something or I get somebody else to do it, like what I actually look for. So the first thing, of course, is I need to edit the video, right? So I usually do, the way I do it is I edit all the spaces, everything. And it's just like, even if you do just cuts, that really makes the video way better, because like even you can see probably, and there's a lot of cuts, but here, if I really, really like zoom in, you can see usually like there's spaces and these are like silence, right? So I can actually cut it. Okay, so I usually cut all the spaces, and you can go from like 10 minutes to up to like 8 minutes. That's how much you can reduce just by cutting those. And like to get the spaces is really, really simple and easy. And especially if you make a mistake, it goes like this. Like you just basically select, I press the T, but split clip, right? Split clip, boom, select it, double click, and delete again, and just move like this. And that's how you can create really, really like interesting videos just by deleting the spaces. So that's one of the way, that's one thing I always do. The other thing, if you can see, okay, now music is the key every single time. And especially even if you have a long video, especially in the beginning, because somehow you need to create that emotion where something is more extraordinary than just you talking. So if you include the music, that's like already like a different play. And of course, you can see I'm actually starting, the music starts louder in the beginning. Here it is. And it actually starts louder in the beginning. It just mutes before. So like here, for example, I have music, so volume is 82%, and then here it goes to 17%. So it starts from like this. Okay, bum bum, and then talking, and when you, the way I choose music always, and there's some places, and this is what I'm showing like in the group where to get those music. How do you pick that music? But the way so if you're interested in the group, let me know in the comments. I'll send you the link to join the private group where I show how to use marketing and sales videos to get ideal clients without hard selling. Now, the way I pick music is like, okay, so whatever I want to achieve with the video, whatever like the message is, I want to represent that feeling, right? So I'm kind of listening to the music, going like, okay, nah, nah. It's like, and it's really about just feeling it. But there's, it's not like, it's really not like selecting by BPMs, the speed of that. Like, no, it's like, for me, it's really just about the feeling. And of course, there's a good example. So I kind of show people examples of like, here's the music for this, here's the music for that. But really it's about projecting that feeling, whatever your outcome is, whatever you want them to feel, and finding the right music for that. So you kind of feel like, it's like, let's go, man, let's go, right? So like, something like, it'll be fast, but it's like, you know what? It was hard for me. So then it's like, is this like kind of sad music? But then it's like, if it's like, you know what? If you want something in life and, somebody says no, so then you look for motivational music, right? Because you need that going up, 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 up to hit the final. Okay, so that's second thing. So the music is really important. And the way, with the music, I also include those sounds. So sounds also, again, I'm showing like where to get like libraries and really like which sounds to use best. But like, even if here, I don't know if you're gonna hear it, but it was like,
let me show you what I did when
right?
I got started doing.
So what I'm doing is, with the transitions or changing something, like for me going, or even the cut, I use some special effects, something like, whooshes, or like, like sounds like that, and it just makes that video amazing and sound, really, really cool. So that's the second one. So like, and you can actually see how many I actually put it here. So this is again, like, here it is, because like, and it just goes like this. So here's the sound, here's the sound, here's the sound, here's the sound effect, here's sound effect, here's another sound effect, here's the sound effect. So just by creating, that video, that's what really it takes. Let me actually show you if I'm sharing this with computer sound. I think I didn't. Yeah, should computer sound. Okay. I think it should be right now. All right. So, and the third thing, what I'm doing always constantly, and you can actually see here, I'm overlaying on top. So as you can see, this is my main track of what I do, what I talk about. But there's also these images, these pictures, these videos. When I was, when like a boy
from homeless after
this is actually a video, right? So now I'm not paying, well, I'm paying for those, but I'm not like paying for each of them. I have like a library where I get all of those and I can use those. And of course, like I take all those videos where with, me going on stage at Funnel Hacking Live, talking with Dave, talking with Anthony Morrison, being on stage, Wolf of Wall Street talking about me, like, oh, I collect, and I have these libraries for me that I put into folders where whenever I need something, I just know exactly where it is, even by cataloging, and then I can use those. And as you can see, like I put a lot of those videos on top of it. And if we look at that video,
Lost what to do in a crisis and how to get more clients? Let me show you what I did when I got started doing
Let me just see if I can find this quickly. I'll share it with you. Now, if you have any questions, you can send me always a message, or I also do and answer those in the group. So again, if you're interested in creating easily yourself or giving somebody, helping them to really help you to create videos and storytelling in a video that gets you basically resolved, then that's exactly what that is. Okay, offer final. Okay, this is it, I think, yeah.
Lost what to do in a crisis and how to get more clients? Let me show you what I did when I got started during 2008 financial crisis. What got me from homeless after quitting factory to working with my dream clients like Tony Robbins, Russell Brunson, Wolf of Wall Street, Jordan Belfort, and many others. Here's what I did and still teach others to this day. I wrote down everything I know how to do on a leaflet, printed it with my contact details.
Okay, so these are the three things for now, I'm telling you, because there's some other elements I'm using. Of course, I'm always branding my videos, always putting, so somebody cannot use that because it's always going to be my branding. And I know, originally that video is with my logo, for example, with my website, with my logo. And then the other thing is, especially in Facebook, you want that to be, and I'm not putting in here, I think, but I'm putting in somewhere else. Which what I do is I take, I think it actually is here, promo help. Yeah. So what I basically do is, and this is what Kevin Anson, I think surname correctly, but Kevin helped me to understand that what we're doing with the Facebook video, especially, of course, we need to get people don't watch videos with the sound. So we need the subtitles in the beginning, because they're watching it, they need to understand. And the second thing is really it's all about having videos like a magazine cover. So the videos actually, especially on Facebook, have to look like a magazine cover. If you think about magazine cover, there's a picture, and then you have all the things on top with like titles, right? And that's what basically we're creating. We're creating something that people will look at and go, oh, it's okay. It's like make a living doing only what you love, which is probably a bad title, but like here. And even if I put something on top of this video, that really creates a little bit of more context. Even if they don't like what I'm saying at that moment, at that time, they will still be able to see the end result, whatever the promise I'm promising at the top, or whatever it's going to be next is changing, so it keeps them engaged. Okay. And of course, seeding, especially in the videos, this is important, is having that red line, because it shows how long the video is or how much it actually is. I'm actually making it in a way that kind of it's not representing, it kind of runs fast, and it doesn't really represent the video itself, how fast, like the timing. But what it basically does, it gives them at least understanding how long is the video or how long is left. And also there's another thing I'm going to be doing, which I'm going to show in the group. Again, if you're interested, let me know. I'll sign you up in the free group. But what I'm basically showing is like how to create those highlights that get people interested. Like what is that, at like after 10 seconds, after 30 seconds, what is that thing I'm interested to know? And you kind of create that seeding for them. You go like, and they're really interested in that video. Okay, so these are the three things, just to remind you again. So first of all, I'm cutting the video, my voice, and I do really bad a lot of takes, right? So I'm using teleprompter app. So whenever I'm recording, I'm actually reading sometimes I'm reading, sometimes in teleprompter, sometimes reading this. So, but I'm editing, really cutting out all the spaces, everything that's not necessary at all, and there's no spaces, like just cut, and it could be a rough cut, doesn't matter. So that's the first thing. The second thing, what I'm doing is I'm adding sound, music, and sound effects. And the third thing I'm doing is I'm laying on top of my video the things I want to tell people, with story, and kind of embed the messages of authority, of having clients, of being on stages, or working with top entrepreneurs, or having somebody else listen to me and saying yes, etc., etc. Right? So there's one more video I want to show you, and this is another video that I created, which let me just see if I can find it. Ray of opportunity.
Can you imagine when it
Okay, so look at this.
other teachers and other friends' parents didn't see? And I was told that I was quite frankly a visionary who could see almost mathematically, like there was an algorithm or equation or formula that I could see things, and they said that I was a special child.
Now here's just this is a bad version because it's not final, but you can see like it's already.
Can you imagine?
It's already like has many like elements, just like graphics and stuff like that, but it's the message itself. And let me actually just quickly find it.
Lost. Can you imagine that you are completely unknown?
You can see just by creating just simple things like, I'm having something in the beginning, I go on the stage and like, boom, stop. Because in the beginning, all I had was this.
Completely unknown. They don't know who you are.
Can you imagine just completely unknown? What I'm basically you can do is you can just do things like that, like have the image stop and then reverse. And of course, I'm doing like the color is going down, but just having simple edits and look at how it sounds, how it is with the video. Okay, here it is. So I could take somebody, let's say, yes, so
someone who didn't think much of what other people do. I could take someone who didn't think much of themselves and set them on fire in the most powerful way, where they would shine and isolate at the highest frequency. In fact, they would have so much demand in their businesses, people would understand what they do, what they believe in. They would know and trust that individual. They would have more social media response, direct marketing response, more opportunity where they never had before. So much where they didn't even have the time to handle all the clients. And it was all the result of allowing them to become the heartbeat of America, the heartbeat of overseas, the heartbeat of Europe, the heartbeat of Asia. They became internationally renowned for how they felt about what it is they can do about other people. I created a video presentation. We talk about big money videos.
As you can see, all it is just the text and some images on top with specific like inspirational music, sound effects, some of the like my videos, stock videos, and really combining in a place where when you have a message, when you have the story, then you can create such an incredible video where it's just interesting to watch to deliver the message. Okay, so again, if you have any questions, I would love for you to join the group where I'm sharing specifically and exactly how to attract the clients you want, how to actually engage with them in a way that they like you, they understand you, and they're the ones that are paying clients. And also you don't have to hard sell them. Like they're fascinated what you do, the way you do it, because the message is there, the core, your story is there, and the money is really not a concern because people just see and understand, that they want to do business with you. So if you're interested in that, let me know, send me a message or let me know in the comment, and I'll send you the message to the group where I share how do you use video, and how I used videos and what I learned for 10 years doing stuff for Russell, for Anthony Morrison, Kelly Felix, like all those people, what I've learned with them, and I really want to share it with you. The reason I want to share it with you because nobody shared it with me, and I know how when you feel stuck, when nobody shows you, when you don't really understand, like it sucks. So I know my mission, and I really wanted to give people is what I didn't find myself, what I had to go through hell and water, and really find how I go from being nobody and being on stages and creating these amazing videos and having opportunities to learn the systems that make your life easy, you know. So that's what I'm all about. If you have any questions, send me a message and I'll add you to the group. I'll send you a link to the group.